Ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
My name is Gary Parrish, speaking to you from the Built Ford Tough studio, FedEx Forum. We're in downtown Memphis. Bennett Doyle's right there producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can. And I hope you aren't tired of sex toys dominating the WNBA conversation, because here we are again. It happened again last night. Another green sex toy was tossed onto the court right in the middle of a WNBA game. We'll talk about it from every angle momentarily. First, though, quickly, let me set today's schedule for you. When we finish this open, however long it takes, we'll take a break, come back, do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we're going to discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories, among them the pairings and tee times for the first round of the FESJC taking place at TPC Southwind. They're now set. I'm going to run you through some of the big names, including world number 1 Scotty Scheffler. We'll do that in about 25 minutes or so. Browns rookie Shedeur Sanders will reportedly start Cleveland's preseason opener on Friday night, so that'll get plenty of attention, I'm sure. We'll discuss the Cleveland quarterback room. Oddly, for the second straight day, we'll do that in just a bit. The NFL has purchased 10% of ESPN, which creates an obvious journalistic conflict of interest. Does this kind of stuff even matter anymore? It appears to bother some people on social media, others not so much. I'll get Bennett's thoughts on it a little later on in the show. It's been a busy past 24 hours for ESPN because the network has also announced that it's partnering with WWE and bringing WrestleMania and a lot of other premium live events to its new direct-to-consumer streaming service that's going to start next year, 2026. What does it mean for you, the consumer? I'll tell you what we know. We'll do that in the next segment. And Howard Stern's decades-long run at SiriusXM might be coming to an end. I'll read you the report during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know. Then we'll eventually do GP's carryout, and we'll call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to. But I did want to start in the WNBA, where sex toys, believe it or not, specifically green ones, continue to dominate the conversation. Big Bet Bennett, when Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark was sidelined by an injury that's now cost her 8 straight games and kept her stuck on 13 appearances this season, some folks started wondering, like, how is the WNBA going to get by? Like, how will the WNBA continue to get attention? She's the face of this thing. She's the star. In her absence, folks wondered, how would the WNBA remain relevant? Fair question on some level, I guess. Over the past 8 days, oh, buddy, we've gotten our answer. And the answer is that the WNBA is going to remain relevant in the A block of shows all over this country in the absence of CC, because fans are apparently going to just keep throwing green sex toys straight onto the court right in the middle of games. It happened again last night, this time inside Crypto.com Arena. That's the house that Kobe built. Sparks Fever in LA. It was live on CBS Sports Network. And all of a sudden, another green sex toy tossed onto the court makes contact with Sophie Cunningham. A good prosecutor could perhaps get a sexual assault charge on the perpetrator in due time. Big Bet Bennett, what are we going to do about our growing sex toy problem in the WNBA?
Well, I don't know what you can do.
Well,
how do you prevent it?
How do you prevent it?
Well, because you can't detect it on a metal detector, right?
I don't know. I don't know how these things work.
Now, I question how
you say there's no metal inside of a sex toy. Is that what you're
I think
submitting?
it's just rubber. I believe it's just rubber.
I mean, it might be.
It jiggles.
It does jiggle. I've seen it bounce on the court. It bounces a little bit.
Yeah. I think
versatile. It's a versatile sex toy, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, I do wonder how people are actually getting them in the facilities.
I already told them you put them in your undies.
Slide them down.
Slide them in your undies. What are they going to do? They're going to try to question the size of your penis as you're walking into Crypto.com.
I mean, I'm wondering if that's something that needs to maybe be thought about.
Penis checking.
I mean, dude, if somebody walks up to the metal detector with an abnormal bulge, first off, that's inappropriate going into any sporting event.
Well, what if you can't help it?
Come on, man.
Devin Booker can't help it. Reportedly, I read on the internet.
I read that as well.
I read it on the internet about Devin Booker. You're according to you don't think Devin Booker should be allowed in a WNBA game just because he happens to be packing.
Well, what are the things that we use at the airport? Where you go in and you do this?
Yeah.
I don't think that's just for metal, right? Isn't that like a full body search kind of thing?
I don't know what they're doing. I just do what they say. They say, hey, dude. They say,
and then the thing spins around.
They say, throw your diamond up, and I throw my diamond up.
Yeah, do the DDP.
Right, and then I just do what they say. I don't even try to argue with them.
I'm wondering if maybe those need to be. I mean, but that'd be a massive overhaul and would cost a lot of money. Those are very expensive pieces of machinery. So I don't know if that would work.
Over a span of decades, we have really struggled to get people to WNBA games. That's clearly changing now.
Yep.
It's clearly changing now. Everywhere from downtown Indianapolis to San Francisco, it's changing now. But we don't want to make it harder for people to get into a WNBA game and making them,
pun intended,
get a full body scan. I don't think that's an efficient way to do things. This sounds a little bit like an overreaction. The type of overreaction maybe we did one time when one dude tried to blow a shoe up in a plane, and for the next 20 years, we all had to take our shoes off every time we got on a plane.
Well, that was one dude. This is 3 dildos. Okay,
Bennett, you got it. That's a fair point. That's a fair. That's a fair mathematical point.
Yeah, so
I can't argue with the math on that.
I think we might have a bit of an issue on our hands. Well, and it was going to be 4. One was intercepted or didn't make it to the court. Apparently,
there was 2 others last night, reportedly, that were tossed from the stands. They just didn't make it all the way to the court. Weak armed.
Yes.
Weak armed sex toy throwers. Here's my thing. My main thing. If you're gonna throw a sex toy, throw it, bro. Get it to the court. Don't be a little...
Why'd you even bring it in there?
Yeah, a little noodle arm. Don't bring your little noodle arm. Imagine buying a sex toy, bringing it to a game, and then you got a noodle arm. You can't even get it to the court. Buddy, you got to get you...
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
If you can't reach the court, hand it off to somebody who can.
I heard CJ say this today, and I saw this as well. There was a sports book that you could bet on the color of the next one that's thrown on the court.
Well, at this point, it should be green at minus 240.
Well, and that was the lowest odds. Right?
I'll sprinkle a little bit on that. I'll sprinkle a little bit out on a green one.
But see, that seems like you can't have that on the sports book, because then somebody's just gonna go, okay, well, I'll put $500 on green, and then I'm just gonna show up at the game and throw it on the court.
Yeah, it seems like a really dumb way to make $500. I'd just Uber maybe. I'd maybe just try Ubering before I did that, because I bet you by the time they catch you and get your mugshot and you got to go to court,
it's a lot of fees.
You're going to end up in for more than $500. I think if you need to make $500, you should find a better way to do it. Yeah, better find another way to do it. Just start a GoFundMe, before I'd start throwing sex toys onto the court. I don't know how we prevent them from entering the arena, if we're being honest, because clearly they're having trouble doing that already, because they're in every arena every night. it appears. Okay? So I don't know how you keep them out of the arena, but I do think it is time to send a pretty clear message, which is, yeah, we'll laugh at this stuff when it's funny in certain context, but broadly speaking, this isn't funny anymore. The women seem offended by it and bothered by it.
I mean, like, if we're being serious, it is pretty wildly offensive, yes.
And it's time to cut it out. I would argue it should have never happened, but, there's always a first time for damn near everything, I guess. Certainly after the first time when they made it clear, hey, we don't think this is funny. Mm-hmm. Like, we actually find this offensive. You ain't throwing these things at Steph Curry and LeBron James. Mm-hmm. You're throwing them at, Sophie Cunningham and Aaliyah Boston or whatever. Yeah. And I think that really does matter. How do they feel about it? And they've made it clear. They don't like this.
Well, Sophie Cunningham, I know she said, please don't do it. You're going to hurt one of us. She was clearly joking around when she said that. I mean, if you follow her on social media, she's pretty funny. But obviously they targeted her, right? They threw it at her.
I mean,
they threw it at her. It hit her.
I mean, I don't know. Are we sure that a sex toy thrower has that kind of aim? Or was it Ronald Acuna Jr. throwing the sex toy?
I don't know.
Are we sure that the sex toy thrower is that accurate with their throws? We can say this. It was obviously thrown in the direction of Sophie Cunningham during a game in which Sophie Cunningham's on the court, and it did make contact with her. And she was, I think, because she's maybe the most visible or among the most visible WNBA players now, because she had Caitlin Clark.
And the WNBA turned
back in a fight.
And the WNBA turned around and fined her today for stuff she said on her podcast.
Yeah,
I would not, if I was the WNBA. After the events of last night, I probably would have not. I would have just been don't worry about this $1,500.
She's going to end up blowing her whole podcast paycheck on fines for stuff she says. She had to figure that out. And even Sophie Cunningham last night, when it happened, was laughing and smiling and cracking up about it. And, she jumped on social media and made another joke about it. So, yeah, some of these women have the ability to laugh about it. But broadly speaking, they're tired of it. They find it offensive. They don't want it. And for me, that's where the conversation should start and stop. There are other sports where people throw things onto a court or do other things to a court. In college basketball, people will storm the court.
Yeah.
And though I don't think it's something that should happen, generally speaking, we've just decided in college basketball that is a thing that everybody finds acceptable. The players don't mind it. The coaches, broadly speaking, don't mind it. So if it's a tight game or a big upset or a crazy finish or whatever, and students are compelled to storm the court, get on the court, nobody seems that offended by it. In hockey, people will throw
teddy bears,
fish.
Oh, yeah, there was the fish thing.
In Nashville.
I don't think that happens anymore.
But it was happening.
Yeah, they did throw fish on I can't remember why that happened.
It's something.
Yeah.
It's something. They were throwing fish on the ice at Bridgestone Arena.
That's right.
Okay. And that was something that was celebrated. The players seemed to like it.
Yeah, you had Taylor Lewan chugging beer out of a fish.
The fans seemed to like it. Everybody was like, this is a cool thing that's happening. So if whatever happens that constitutes us throwing a fish on the ice happens, let's throw another fish on the ice and it'll be celebrated. It'll lead Sports Center and everybody will have a good time with it. But that's not what this is. These women have made it clear this is not funny to us. Some of us might chuckle sometimes, get our jokes off and whatever. But broadly speaking, we find this offensive. There's a reason you're throwing these things at us and not other things at us and not these things at men. There's a reason you're throwing these things at us, and we're tired of it, and it's not funny. And sure, you can factor in all it's a health concern, and somebody could get hurt, and factor all that stuff in however you want to. But to me, the main issue is that it's not something that they want or appreciate, and it is actually something they find offensive. And I think this is possibly true in a lot of different settings in life. Once the woman in your life decides something is not funny, they're not comfortable with this.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah. Then it's time to probably cut it out. And that's where we have been for more than a week with this, but I think it's obviously coming to a head now. We had the one in Atlanta, then another one. then another very visible one last night, and then 2 more attempts at least that didn't make it to the court. It's time to cut it out. And I do think it's worth noting, this is a league where these women can't agree on anything else in the world. They argue about everything all the time.
That's true.
Where are we going to put expansion franchises? Well, let's put one in Detroit. And then there's Sophie Cunningham saying, I don't know why anybody wants to go to Detroit, or whoever said that. All right? So they're arguing about that. You know the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, all that stuff, right? Everybody's arguing. It's like who's good, who's bad, who's better, who's not. There's rampant jealousy throughout the league. Like all of this stuff exists, right? People can't agree on anything in that league. They all agree on this. Cut it out. We don't want this anymore. They all agree on this. This is the one thing we found WNBA players can agree on. They can't agree on Caitlin Clark. They can't agree on where expansion franchises should go. They can't agree on much. But they all seem to agree on this. Stop throwing sex toys in our direction.
Okay. How are you going to stop it?
I would think for the majority of people, once this message has been delivered clearly and concisely, you just go, okay, the joke's over.
Yeah, but people love to go viral, and it's going very viral.
But I know the people who are probably, A, purchasing, B, sneaking in, and then C, throwing a sex toy onto a court in a WNBA game, they probably ain't the people I'm talking about.
Hearing you.
They're not hearing
they're
me.
not hearing you.
I got
No.
that. So here's what you have to do. I mean, I think it really is this simple. You have to make it crystal clear. Hey, man, it's pretty obvious we can't stop you from sneaking these in if you want to, right? Like we don't have to lie to each other. We probably will not catch you. Hey, attention, all WNBA fans. If you want to sneak a green sex toy into an arena, we do not have the technology to catch you, probably. You'll probably get it in the arena. So go ahead. And if you throw it onto the court, I guess there's a chance we might not catch you. All right? So you might get away with it. But just know that we have more eyeballs on the stands now than we used to. We will be watching as best we can. We have cameras throughout the arena. We probably won't catch you sneaking it in. We might not catch you throwing it. But, buddy, if we do, we will prosecute you to the greatest degree that we can. We will charge you and overcharge you and let you fight it if you have the resources to do it. But we're gonna make it where if you get caught doing this, there will be a severe price to pay. Like we will try to, like you hit Sophie Cunningham with a sex toy, we might try to get creative and charge you with a sex crime. Like, I know it's a stretch, but lawyers are good, man. We will do everything we can to make your life very difficult and very publicly difficult and expensive. So, like I said, you can go to Amazon and buy these things, which you can, by the way. You know that, right? You can go to Amazon.
Oh, I didn't know that. No, I didn't.
Oh, buddy, I looked it up this morning. $19.95. The same.
How much a green one going for?
$19.95.
Same price as all the other ones? I would assume that you can't. Okay, yeah, don't please put that away.
It's Amazon. I can't be on Amazon. $19.95. So here's what they're going to tell you. We can't stop you from going to Amazon. Jeff Bezos will have this at my front door by tomorrow. I might buy one.
Insane.
Should I buy? Should we buy one for the like up here?
Like for the collection?
Yeah, let him hang out with.
I'm gonna say no.
We could put it right there in front of the Beatles.
I actually don't know if that would go over well.
We could put it right there in front of the Beatles.
Go over well.
All right. Here's what you say. You say we can't stop you from going to Amazon and getting a green sex toy delivered to your front door for $19.95. By the way, should we be able to deliver these to our front door for $19.95?
I would say no.
I
actually would say no.
I mean, go to like your favorite specialty store.
That's why adult gift shops exist. All right,
Yes.
We can't like Amazon can't have everything.
Why
okay?
does Amazon think it can have everything?
Yeah, come on, man. These are like small businesses.
I genuinely didn't know you could go to Amazon and buy this.
Yeah, if you need that, and if you want to buy that, I think you have to be able to have the strength to go into one of those.
You gotta walk in.
You have to walk in. You want that? You got to walk in the store and buy it.
You gotta walk in.
Yes, you're not just getting that delivered to your house, bro. You got to face the music. If you want that, you're going to the store and buying it.
Old man who looks just like me.
Yes.
And they're trying to sell you everything he's trying to sell you.
Yeah, man.
I'm not against online shopping, right? I'm an online shopper myself. And I'm not against having that delivered to my home.
Mm-hmm.
All right? But
I am.
But I feel like I should have to go somewhere other than Amazon to find that.
Yes.
Similarly, like I don't think I should be able to walk into Walmart and buy that.
Oh, I don't think you can. At least not Walmart's here.
Certainly not Walmart's here.
Yeah. I don't know about another
Like
parts
if I
of the
walked in
country.
Walmart and that was like on aisle 7, I'd be like, it's kind of crazy though, that they just have this on aisle 7.
That's a little
right?
weird.
I'm not personally offended. I just think I just honestly Googled green sex toy to see where I could buy it and how much. I was doing research.
Yeah. First thing that pops up, Amazon is always
First thing that
Amazon.
popped up was Amazon.
They control everything. Yeah.
Like I could buy this right now and like some Mach 3 razors and have them at my house by tomorrow,
Yeah.
which I might. You know what? I'm gonna put it in a cart.
But is the quality going to be as good as like the place in like that place over there in like West Memphis or whatever? Like I don't know. I'm not so sure.
I can't speak to the quality of the West Memphis sex shop.
I'm just saying.
I've never been.
Like they've been specializing in that for decades.
That and cheese dip.
Yeah. So, purchase at your own risk.
Once upon a time, buddy, you ever need a sex toy, cheese dip, or a dog race?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no better place to go than West Memphis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're the WNBA, here's what you'd say. Say, hey, listen, we can't stop you from buying the green sex toy on Amazon. It's right there on Amazon. They'll have it at your front door literally tomorrow. I'm going to buy it.
Okay.
Just to have it around. Just in case I ever want to throw it. I might go throw it somewhere. I might go throw it at my kid's baseball game. Maybe I want to throw one.
Yeah.
What if it's fun to throw sex toys and we just don't even know it?
I feel like
We've been outside our whole life throwing frisbees and stuff, and it's like, no, buddy, frisbees ain't that much fun. This is what's fun.
I like throwing the disc, but I got you.
All right, so the WNBA says we can't stop you from going to Amazon and buying a green sex toy for $19.95. They'll bring it to your door tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of bananas. All right.
Yes.
We can't stop you from buying it, and here's the truth. We probably can't stop you from getting it in the arena because we ain't stopped nobody yet. So, all right. And then we might not catch you if you throw it. So there's a chance you could be the next green sex toy thrower and get away with it.
Yep.
There's a chance. All right. There's a chance. But there's also a chance that we will catch you. And when we catch you, we will, to the greatest extent we can charge you, we will charge you. We will overcharge you. We will make your mugshot very visible. This is going to be, you'll be the face of this forever. All right? If you have a good job, it will probably cost you that job.
Because we didn't catch the people that did it last night.
Not yet. They've caught one person so far.
Not from last night.
No. So you might get away with it, but if we catch you, this is going to be your life. And we will let a sex toy hit a woman, and we'll try to get you charged with a sex crime. Like we'll take it wherever we can take it, and we might take it and find it that we pushed it too far, and we can actually get all of this stuff done that we're trying to get done. Punish you in the way that we would like to, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. So have fun at your own risk. To me, that's the only way. You've got to just make the deterrent a deterrent. Like hey, if you do this and you get caught, there will be a big price to pay. I hope it's worth the story. You'll have a nice story, but you'll also mess up your life in a very public way. And I'm certain there's still somebody out there who's just not going to care, right? But I think you can deter a lot of people with that.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to face a felony sexual assault charge? Throw a sex toy at a woman and hit her. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I acknowledge I might be stretching it, but these are the types of things I'd be saying to try to deter it because it's just not funny anymore. It's not. And the athletes have made it clear. The athletes, the coaches, from every angle. There's really nobody arguing the other side of this. There's really nobody arguing, well, fans are fans, and at least they're engaged, and at least we're getting attention. There's really nobody arguing that side of it. Everybody's like, cut it out. It's not okay. So hopefully it'll get cut out.
We'll see.
We come back, turn our attention to the FESJC. The pairings for the first round and second round, they are set.
All right.
Out at TPC Southwind. I'll tell you when the big names are going off, including world number 1 Scotty Scheffler. We'll dive into that next. Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South.
Look at Mississippi State's schedule. They are not going to be favored in a single SEC game. They are only going to be favored. Their over-under win total is 3.5. They are only going to be favored in 3 games this year. That'll probably be Southern Miss, Alcorn State, and Northern Illinois.
It's at Southern Miss, man. I don't know.
And it's at Southern Miss.
They might not be favored in that.
Right.
One.
You don't know what Brett Favre's done to the athletic department.
They have an awesome arena now.
Right.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700. The NBA announced their Dunk of the Year yesterday. It was voted on by the fans, and it went to Ja Morant for his double clutch through Porzingis and Derek White. The call of it was excellent. That game we hung on to for a long time last season, but it was a spectacular dunk.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. And that's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now I got 5 more things you need to know.
What the heck? What? It's because he resets my computer and it messes up all my files.
Mm-hmm. Who? Let's put a name on it.
Devin.
Uh-huh.
It's all every time after that wrestling show I come in here and something's wrong with this computer. I swear to God. It's Devin and Dustin Starr.
I knew it was those two.
I
knew it was those two.
Yeah, what's number 1? God bless.
I knew it was those two. You got to keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
I've known that for a while.
Yeah.
I've been knowing that. Story number 1, the pairings and tee times for the first round of the FedEx St. Jude Championship, which starts tomorrow officially at TPC Southwind. The pairings and the tee times have been announced. Would you like to run through some of the big names?
Yes.
Okay. First thing you need to know, at 7:40 tomorrow morning, as you're dropping kids off at school, Jordan Spieth and Wyndham Clark, that's a couple of major winners. They're going to go off. That's the first big group, notable names, 7:40 a.m. 9:05, Hideki Matsuyama and Brian Harmon, another couple of major winners. They go off. 9:15, Shane Lowry, big name. Cameron Young, who just won for the first time on the PGA Tour last week. They're off at 9:15. Justin Thomas, 9:45. 10:05, Ricky Fowler. 11:10, Xander Schauffele. 11:30, two-time Memphis winner Daniel Berger. 11:40, Victor Hovland, who was taking selfies with Penny Hardaway this morning, I saw. 12:05, Colin Morikawa. 12:45, world number one, Scotty Scheffler. He's paired with Sepp Straka, who, of course, lost in a playoff a few years ago when he nonsensically tried to attack a pin in the far right edge of the green on the 11th. That was a disaster.
Yeah, that was pretty disastrous.
I'll never understand why he did that. Him and Scotty Scheffler go off at 12:45. 1:05, old Big Mouth's favorite golfer, Tony Finau. He's out a little after 1 o'clock. That, to me, is the coolest thing about these limited field two-man pairing start times, is that it's just every 15 to 20 minutes, if not more frequently. Like, quite literally, one of the best golfers in the world is putting a tee in the ground right in front of you. It's like at 9:05, if you're standing at the right place, you can see Hideki Matsuyama. And 10 minutes later, you can see Shane Lowry. And 30 minutes after that, you can see Justin Thomas. And 20 minutes after that, you can see Ricky Fowler. And an hour after that, you can see Xander Schauffele. And 20 minutes after that, you can see Daniel Berger. And 10 minutes after that, you can see Victor Hovland. 25 minutes after that, you can see Colin Morikawa. 40 minutes after that, you can see Scotty Scheffler. 20 minutes after that, you can see Tony Finau. Like, to me, that's the best part of this.
It is cool.
It's just these big names that you see on TV all year long that you now see in movies. If you're watching Happy Gilmore 2 or if you watch Stick on Apple TV Plus, like these people are television stars now in some ways. They're on your TV all the time. They're just going to be right out there at number 1 and number 10, TPC Southwind, starting early tomorrow. The story still appears to be the absence of Roy McIlroy. Like, I thought that would be dead by now. People would stop talking about it, stop writing about it. But Ian O'Connor had a column this morning at The Athletic, which doubles as the New York Times. So there's a column this morning in the New York Times about Roy McIlroy skipping Memphis. And it appears that the PGA Tour, in connection on some level with FedEx, is going to lean on whoever you need to lean on to get a change to the format because they are not happy.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm not surprised that it hasn't died down just because, look at the calendar, right? Like, this is the biggest event in sports this week. At least the biggest stakes in sports this weekend. Yeah. There's no doubt.
This
event in Memphis.
Obviously, NFL preseason will get more attention than anything because it's NFL preseason.
For sure, but I'm talking about just with actual stakes.
No, it's a real
this
sporting.
is the biggest one.
It's a real national sports event. And arguably the sport's most famous golfer.
Yeah.
Scotty's the best. Rory might be the most famous. During the whole PGA Tour Live fight, he was the face of the PGA Tour.
Yep.
He became the de facto spokesperson of the PGA Tour. And him not being here this week is not something the PGA Tour is happy about. It's not something FedEx is happy about. And in their own ways, they've made that clear. And it does seem apparent that there will be adjustments made to the format once again to ensure that the best golfers in the world are actually here. Because how do you think FedEx feels right now? You know what FedEx pays for this?
Yeah, a pretty penny. Yeah.
It's like $100 million to do the FedEx Cup. Like, Roy McIlroy just cashed, like a few days ago, a $10 million check based on his season that more or less comes from FedEx. So think about this. If you're FedEx, based in Memphis, you're handing out literally tens of millions of dollars to one of the most famous golfers in the world who is just skipping your event, who isn't coming here. Like, would make me happy. I've said this for a while.
No, wouldn't me either.
I work for CBS. I don't speak for CBS. But if I was CBS Sports, I'd be asking the PGA Tour, hey, when we agreed to this commitment, you had a tour with Dustin Johnson and Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka and Phil Mickelson, and you don't have that anymore. How are we going to resolve this? Like, it's like I bought a television show with a bunch of famous actors, and like half the famous actors left. I still paying the same price for the TV show, but I ain't got the same actors anymore. Like, that's a real problem. Now, the good news is that ratings have been tremendous for golf on CBS this year, so it's less of a problem than maybe some of us would have anticipated. People are watching golf in big numbers now. They just are. In the absence of Brooks, Bryson, Phil, all of that, they're still watching golf in big numbers, at least when it comes on here locally, News Channel 3. But similarly, if I'm FedEx, I'm looking at the PGA Tour and saying, man, we pay for all this. We pay for all of this. The only reason you can do this stuff is because of us. And now the face of your tour is just skipping our event. That's not okay. Now, Roy could reasonably do it this year because the system allows for it. He qualifies for he is significantly behind Scottie Scheffler in points, but significantly ahead of everybody else in points. So Scottie and Rory, those two specifically, could quite literally skip Memphis, skip next week, and still qualify for the Tour Championship. And started at even par and have an opportunity to be the FedEx champion, even if they didn't play in the first two legs of the playoffs. That's how far ahead they are in points. So I think everybody understands why Rory did this. It's hot here. Doesn't want to play 3 straight weeks. Doesn't really need the money. Hadn't played well here lately. And the system allows it. It penalizes him in no way whatsoever. If the goal is to hold the trophy at the end, skipping Memphis doesn't prevent him from doing it and doesn't even hinder his ability to do it. In fact, you could argue it might enhance his ability to do it because he will theoretically be more fresh than any of the other golfers, because literally every other golfer that advances to the next round of the playoffs will have played 4 straight days in Memphis in this heat and humidity. And so everybody understands why Rory did what he did. The fear now that it's happened is that other golfers will follow his lead. Well, if Rory doesn't feel like he's got to go to Memphis, what I want to go to Memphis and sweat for 4 days if I can already advance to the next round anyway. So I guess I'll just do what he did. This could be he's the first one that goes, and then other people say, well, I'll just skip Memphis. I'll just skip. And now next year you've got 2 of the top 8, 3 of the top 11 that just say, I don't need to go there. I'll rest, spend time with family. I'll see you at the next round. So based on all of these things, it appears that FedEx, the PGA Tour, anybody else that needs to be involved in these conversations are going to try to alter the format to make it where you have to be here. And the suggestion Ian O'Connor made, I don't know if you saw this, but Ian O'Connor made a suggestion. He said, here's what he would do, because this is the way we do it in most other sports. We will play an entire season to see who qualifies for the playoff. And then we will reset and we'll have a playoff. The argument in golf has always been you don't play from January through August and then just disregard everything that's happened and allow somebody who maybe finished 42nd in points to get hot at the right time and win the Tour Championship. You can't do that. Well, what they're realizing is, why can't you? Doing it the way you're doing it makes people not care. Like one of your biggest golfers isn't even here. Fans don't even understand the format to begin with. So you say you can't do it that way. Why not? This is what we do in football. We play an entire football season, and then we use that season to build a playoff bracket, and then we say, go play. And if the wild card team wins the Super Bowl, then the wild card team wins the Super Bowl. We don't say, well, the Patriots were 19-0 and they were clearly the best team all season, so I think it's crazy that anybody else could be the Super Bowl champions. We say, well, everything the Patriots did during the regular season was to set them up for the playoff bracket, and then we just play the bracket and whatever happens, happens. It's the way we do baseball. It's the way we do the NCAA tournament. You realize Florida wasn't the best team in the NCAA tournament last year. Florida didn't have the best season. They weren't the best team. In the computers, according to the committee, there's no metric that says Florida was the best team in the country last season. Florida's your national champion. Duke had the best season. Maybe Houston. If you go off resume, it could be Houston. You go off of, or Auburn. You go off of computers, it's Duke. But it was never Florida. We use the regular season to build a postseason bracket. Now we're just playing. Whoever wins it gets the trophy. This is the way we handle every sport, every other sport, for the most part, in this country. And this was Ian O'Connor's suggestion with the PGA Tour. play your whole season, your 4 majors, let them establish points however you want to let them establish points. The top 70 then qualify for Memphis. And at that point, everybody's even. Scotty Scheffler is in the same position as the dude who's finished 7th in points. And now we're all playing. And we're going to play in Memphis. And after Memphis, 20 of you are going to get cut. We're going to take it down to 50. All right? And the next 50 will go to the next, those 50 will go to the next round. And then we're going to play another 4-day tournament. And if you finish first, second, or anywhere between first and 30th, you're good. You finish 31st, you're cut. If you're Scotty Scheffler, you're number 1 all season long. You win in Memphis, you're number 1. You go to the next round, you finish 31st in that tournament, you're done. No different than the 1 seed in an NCAA tournament getting knocked off early. No different than the 1 seed in the AFC playoffs getting knocked off early. You've got to earn your way every step of the way. And then you go to the Tour Championship top 30 and the winner holds the trophy. And there's also like creative ways to make that more appealing as well. I would be for this, match play. Like there's one scenario people have suggested where you cut it to 70, play in Memphis, cut it to 50 for the next round, and then cut it from 50 down to 16. And then have a Thursday Sweet 16, Friday Elite 8, Saturday Final 4, Sunday Championship, and it's just match play. Where in theory, you could on Sunday turn on NBC and you watch Roy McIlroy against Scotty Scheffler, match play, 1 versus 1. The winner's your tour champion. I would love that. You could even make it 32. Instead of cutting from 70 to 50 and then down to 16, cut it from 70 to 50 down to 32. You could play round of 32 on Wednesday, Sweet 16 on on Thursday, Elite 8 on Friday, Final 4 on Saturday, Championship on Sunday. Could do it that way. You could also, if you wanted to actually have something from previous playoff rounds matter, you could set up buys for the top 4 and then build a 16-team bracket. And there's just a lot of creative ways to do it. Everybody's got one theory or another. It's just that it's clear now the way they're trying to do it doesn't work. It doesn't resonate with golf fans, certainly not casual sports fans. Like in most sports, even if you don't follow them, you get real fired up for the playoffs. Like most people don't watch Major League Baseball, but a lot of people will watch the Major League Baseball playoffs. You know, a lot of people don't watch hockey. I never turn hockey on during the season. But like Stanley Cup's on, I'll turn that on. Mm-hmm. Golf doesn't work that way. There are people who don't watch golf who watch the Masters, who don't watch golf who watch the U.S. Open, but they don't not watch golf and then decide to watch the FedEx Cup playoff. It's just not really a thing. So the thing you're doing is not working. And now it's not working even in its attempt to get the best players all in one place. So you got to adjust it. And all the quotes coming out of Southwind from tour officials, veteran players, even sources connected to FedEx have all made it pretty clear there's going to be an adjustment made. You can't have Roy McIlroy skipping what is supposed to be one of your biggest events. It just sends a terrible message. The optics are awful, and it makes it feel less important than you're trying to tell everybody it is. So you got to fix this. Fix it before somebody else in his stature follows Roy McIlroy's path. So this will be the last year of this, I would assume. They'll get it all straightened out before we do this thing again next year.
Number 2.
Shedeur Sanders is expected to start for the Cleveland Browns.
How about that?
Friday night in their preseason opener. You tell me, how about that? How big of a surprise is that?
I mean, he was 4th on the depth chart when it came out. Now he's the starter. I mean, obviously there's injuries in that QB room. I think it's I'd be excited, obviously, if I'm a Browns fan. Like the fact that you get to see him, like that's fun. Like if you're a fan of that team, that's fun that you get to see this guy that is this huge polarizing figure, especially coming out of this NFL draft and out of college football, the college football season. I wonder if it's kind of a disservice to him, though.
How?
Because he's been the 4th string quarterback, and you're just kind of throwing him in there. I don't know.
If I'm the 4th string quarterback and I get named the starter, I want it. How do you move up the depth chart?
That's true.
If you think you're good, go do it.
I think it's unfair if he goes out there and sucks, and then he's kind of been thrusted into this thing. Like I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I think that it's a tough spot for him.
It's perhaps a tough spot or a big opportunity.
Yeah.
Hey, you got haters, shut them up. You're going to be
That's
on
true.
You're
No,
going to be on
you're
NFL.
right. You're right.
You're going to be on NFL Network in prime time on Friday night. And this is actually the perfect NFL preseason story.
Oh, it's the best
for somebody like me, cuz I know you guys
No, I'm in. I watch every game.
You love NFL preseason.
Yeah,
like
I love it.
Like it's Pornhub.
Yes.
So you're addicted to it.
Yes.
All right. I couldn't care less. I have no interest at all. Give me the Thursday of week 1. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't need any of this stuff. But I'll turn this on.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders taking his first snaps in a preseason game with the Cleveland Browns. I'll turn that on. I'll look at that.
Now, this is going to be the best week 1 of the preseason that we've had in a long time because, again, they got rid of one of the games. There's only 3 now. And a lot like Cam Ward and all the starters are playing in the Titans game. Like, it's going to be – you're going to see a lot more guys that you would not normally see in week 1 of the preseason this weekend. So I think it'll actually be pretty compelling.
I did see another report. I only bring it up because we talked about it yesterday because, as you noted, Shedeur was 4th on the Browns depth chart. And you had sort of said, hey, this is unusual for a team to carry 4 quarterbacks into the season. Adam Schefter is reporting they are probably going to.
Yeah.
They're probably going to.
I don't know why they.
They're probably going to take 4 quarterbacks.
Well, because they just signed Tyler Huntley. So they have 5 on the roster right now. If you have Joe Flacco in the top spot on your depth chart, you're not cutting Joe Flacco. Kenny Pickett was number 2. He's hurt right now. We'll see what happens there. And then you have your 2 draft picks.
So it's going to be Joe Flacco, the 2 rookies, and either Huntley or Pickett. Is that right?
Yeah. And I don't think, yeah. I still wonder if Kenny Pickett's going to be on that roster. But I don't think you're not cutting your rookies. You're not going to cut either of those guys. That's not happening. You drafted them high. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you? Unless like you got Shedeur there, this can't happen in the NFL.
Right.
You draft somebody because it's like, we don't really like him, but like, some people had him as a 2nd round talent. We can get him in the 5th round. Let's just do it. And then you get him there and you're like, okay, we hate this guy. Just get him out of here. Like that can't happen in the NFL. I don't think that happens here. So yeah, they probably keep Flacco, keep the 2 rookies, and then you keep one of the other 2
guys is gone. Yeah.
But you carry 4, probably carry 4 quarterbacks into week 1. I wish them luck.
I would go with the young guys, man. If I'm the Browns, you're not good enough to win now. I know that's a good defense. You're not. I would go with one of the young guys. You drafted 2 quarterbacks.
Right.
Like
eventually,
pick one and roll with them to start the season.
Eventually, Joe Flacco is either going to suck or get hurt, and you're going to see Dylan Gabriel start or Shedeur Sanders start.
Yeah.
Both those guys might start games as rookies. If I were a Browns fan, I would like to see that eventually.
Of course.
Just like it's because here's the other thing: we think we know everything about everything.
I know.
About quarterbacks.
Well, that's what we do.
And you just never know.
No, you don't.
I mean, I don't want to say you never know.
Again, Joe Flacco's still in the league.
But you get surprised sometimes. Like Jane Daniels can surprise you, right? Anthony Richardson can surprise you and then disappoint you. And you just don't know you don't really know what you have until you see it out there.
Right.
And in some cases, you don't know what you have even after 3 or 4 years. You give up on it, and then it goes to Tampa Bay and becomes something special.
That's true.
So if from a make me interested perspective, if you tell me, I used to do this with Johnny Manziel. I was like, I don't know if Johnny Manziel's any good or not. And
but I want to watch him.
And I don't really care about the Browns. But like Johnny Manziel's starting for the Browns today. I'm going to have that on one of my screens. If you told me in week 1, I don't even have the schedule, but if you told me the Browns are playing and Shedeur Sanders is starting, that would be on one of my screens. I don't care about the Browns. I don't even care about who they're playing. I would just want to monitor that because I know that's something that the whole world will be talking about, either good or bad. But what would be a bigger story than the Browns ending up, for one reason or another, starting Shedeur Sanders at some point in the season, and he's actually good? I mean, it'd be a huge story. Huge story. So, I don't know. He'll get his first shot on Friday night.
Yep.
We'll turn it on and see how it goes.
Yes, we will.
Number 3.
Big news. NFL and ESPN are getting into more business together. ESPN now owns Red Zone.
Yeah.
And the NFL now owns, I think this was the bigger headline, 10% of ESPN. The NFL owns...
That ain't small.
10% of ESPN. Oh, it's billions of dollars.
Yeah.
It's worth billions of dollars. I've seen some people, they jump on the social media, and they're real bothered by this. Say the lines are too blurred. You know, ESPN is the worldwide leader. They're supposed to be covering the NFL in a legitimate way. They got real journalists over there, real reporters, investigative reporters. So how do you balance that against, in some ways, the league you are tasked with covering? In some ways, is also the entity that is sending you direct deposits twice a month. How you balance that?
Well, I mean,
how do you think you balance that, Bennett?
I mean, shoot, look at us.
It is true. It's not hard.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't think it's as big of a deal as maybe it was a decade or two ago.
It's changed so much since I first entered the world of journalism.
Yeah, that's just completely changed. I mean, dude, even look at like news networks. Like they're in like the entertainment business too. You know what I mean? Like it's not. I don't know if that's
these lines have clearly
the
been
whole
blurred.
Journalistic integrity thing. I just don't know how. It's hard to toe that line, I think, in 2025.
First off, most people don't care.
Right.
All right.
The general public does not care.
The general public does not care.
No, they don't.
All right. My neighbor's not sitting around, I don't think, going like, I don't know if I'm real comfortable with the NFL owning 10% of ESPN. Like most people just do not care.
Right.
This is stuff journalists talk about for the most part. But broadly speaking, people don't care. All right. Beyond that, it's not even abnormal anymore. None of this stuff. I mean, we work for the Memphis Grizzlies, you and I.
Right. I was saying, yeah.
Like we talk about the Grizzlies every day, and we also work for the Grizzlies. And do you know how many times it's been a problem for me personally?
Zero.
Yeah. Zero.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it wouldn't be a problem anywhere, because there are shows I've done and shows I've known Vernon done and Jess as well, where, like, let's say if we were doing these shows for MSG, for the Knicks, and James Dolan saw them, like it might really cost us our job. Like he's the type who would just fire people.
Get mad, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I have never been left with the impression that I need to be careful about what I say. Now, I want to be completely transparent. I know where I work. I'm not stupid. I'm not just going to come in here ranting and raving about everything. Like, I don't have to lie to you. I know where I work. But it also doesn't prevent me from saying, why are the starters not playing more minutes? It doesn't prevent me from questioning the front office. It does not prevent me from questioning the coaching staff. It does not prevent me from, when John Morant makes headlines away from the court, commenting on those headlines honestly and candidly. It does not prevent me from doing my job. But is it always in your head somewhere? Yeah. But like, that's just the world now. The Atlantic 10 doesn't own CBS, obviously. But they do have business deals with CBS. So when I'm doing an Atlantic 10 tip-off show on CBS Sports Network, am I going to lie on behalf of the Atlantic 10? No. No more than I would lie on behalf of the Memphis Grizzlies. I hand to heart, everything you hear me say, it's what I believe. I don't say things just to cater to a certain segment of the population. I don't say things to try to get a bunch of likes. Like, I'm not saying I'm right about everything. Nobody is. But I promise you, whatever I say, it's never manufactured. It's genuinely what I believe in that moment. Now, I could change my position in time. Most smart people do. But there's never anything insincere for me. But similarly, when I'm on CBS Sports Network doing the Atlantic 10 tip-off show as we lead into an A10 doubleheader, well, I'm not going to, and GP, your opening thoughts tonight. Well, the Atlantic 10 sucks, and it's never what it used to be. Like, I know where I work.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. So that's always in your head. But, like, I don't care who you see talking on TV now. All of us are compromised in some way. We just to different degrees, but we're all compromised in some way. And I can tell you this hand to heart. There's never been a word I've said into this microphone where when I walked out of here, somebody was like, you can't do that. Not once. Not once has it ever happened. Similarly, at CBS, I have never written a column or done a podcast where any of my bosses leaned on me to back off or redo that or take that back. even when I know it was costing lots of money in revenue. Like I did a story one time that I know FedEx didn't like. It was about FedEx trying to sweeten the pot to get Memphis into the Big East when the Big East was an all-sports league. And I had it well-sourced. Like FedEx was basically saying, the Big East, if you'll take Memphis, we'll sponsor your Big East tournament. We'll sponsor the Orange Bowl. And I had all this sourced, and I wrote it. And it spread pretty quickly. And then Deadspin picked it up and twisted it into something I didn't twist it into at all. Back when Deadspin mattered, people paid attention to it. This happened to all coincide with Cannon Smith, Fred Smith's son, being on campus at the University of Memphis as quarterback. So based on my reporting, that was mostly, if not entirely, coincidental. In other words, FedEx wasn't trying to buy Memphis into the Big East because Cannon Smith was on campus. They've been trying to do that for 20 years, and it's still trying to do it as recently as 2 weeks ago, you know? But Deadspin flipped the headline into FedEx founder tries to buy son into power conference.
Oh, God.
All right?
Yeah.
And so Fred was obviously upset with that. Understandably so. I don't know that he initially grasped. The story you're upset about is not the story that Gary Parrish published at CBSSports.com. Read this story. This is just a twisted version of the story. They've connected some dots, and now you're fired up. And that got testy. I had to.
That'd be scary. Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you the whole story off air.
I wouldn't want to go head to head with Fred, no.
Okay, so at the time, I'm young.
Right.
I don't even think I'm that valuable now, but whatever
I
value I had, it was less then. And I wasn't privy to all of the conversations, but I know that FedEx, as we were just discussing, is a massive golf sponsor.
Yeah.
Do you know where most of the golf that FedEx sponsors is played? On CBS.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you that CBS stood by me strongly.
How about that?
And was like, we do not tell our writers what to write. We don't tell our reporters what to report. If you have an issue with the story, the merits of the story that we published, sue, I guess, if you want to, Yeah. But redo the story, correct the story. We don't think there's anything wrong with the story. We stand by the reporting. They stood by me, but was I nervous? Yeah. But my larger point is, I've been living this life on some level for a long time, and you just get comfortable within it. It's just sort of, when Scott Van Pelt is on ESPN at night, he is very aware the entire time that they have billion-dollar contracts with the NFL and with the NBA. And all of that's always in all of our heads. And so I see this yesterday, this big headline. The NFL now owns part of ESPN. What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. Mina Kimes is still going to do the job that she does, and Dan Orlovsky's still going to do the job that he does, and it'll look and sound the way it's looked and sounded for a while. And if the NFL is smart, you know what they'll do? Allow it to be that way.
Yeah.
Stay out of it. Because if you ever put pressure on them in any sort of real way to avoid a complicated story, to bury a expose on the head of the Players Association or something, if you ever lean on them, you know what happens next? It comes out.
Yeah.
It gets leaked to somebody else at the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and then you look like you're trying to control the media, which I know in other areas of this world, people aren't offended by that either. But the smartest thing the NFL could do is just collect money off of this and stay out of it. Don't ever make anything bigger than it otherwise would be. Because even if ESPN does a story that you don't like, it'll come and go. The NFL's a monster. Ain't nothing killing the NFL. Even if they do a story you don't like, report something you don't want reported, it'll just come and go. You know how it won't? If it's known you're leaning on them, then it blows up. Then people get exposed. Then there's text messages leaked, and it's bad. So just stay out of it. I think that's forever the smart thing to do. Let people wonder if you're ever going to lean on them, and then just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't. And you can exist in this way. But the big alarm bells you saw going off yesterday, this is just the next step in a path that we've been on for a while. Like almost anybody who talks for a living is compromised in some way. You just, at least from my perspective, try to block that out, do the job as best you can. Don't be stupid, but do the job as best you can. Be as honest as you can at all times, and hope that your employers respect that. And I can tell you hand to heart, in my life, whether it was 92.9 here or CBS, I've never been told don't do that, or don't do that again, or I wish you wouldn't have said that. It's not something that happens. It's not something that happens. People imagine it happens all the time. But in my experience, and I've been doing this 20 years on like this level, it's not a thing. And it won't be a thing there, I don't think either.
Number 4.
ESPN been busy, man.
Yeah. I remember when like some people were saying that ESPN was like a dying brand.
They spending money now.
I mean, the NFL wants to be in business with them. The WWE wants to be in business with them. That doesn't sound like a dying brand to me.
So they have reached a 5-year deal with the WWE. Roughly $325 million per year to carry the premium live events, most notably WrestleMania, but also SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, any of these things that we grew up with, used to call pay-per-views. Mm-hmm. Then they moved to Peacock. And so if you had a subscription to Peacock, they were just there. So they started calling them premium live events. And now starting in 2026, those premium live events will move off of Peacock and they will go to ESPN's direct-to-consumer streaming service, which is going to cost $29.99 a month. Now, let me be clear, because I looked all this up, because I know this is confusing, and people, like, there's people right now wondering, like, what does this mean for me? Here's what I think it means for you. If you have ESPN Plus, so you're like a Memphis fan, and you subscribe so you can watch
Yes, I do. Yep.
Tiger football, Tiger basketball, you're good. You will, if you have ESPN Plus, you're going to have access to all of this WWE stuff. And some of this WWE stuff, by the way, is going to be broadcast live, not just on the streaming service, but like WrestleMania might be on ESPN.
Yes.
You know, they could just take WrestleMania to ESPN, take Royal Rumble to ESPN, whatever. That'll all be determined later, I think. But if you have ESPN Plus, you're good to go. The question becomes, if you don't have ESPN Plus, what do you have to do? And the answer is either buy ESPN Plus in some sort of bundle package. There's one with Disney Plus and Hulu, I believe. Or you have to get this direct-to-consumer streaming service from ESPN that's $29.99 a month. So that's, you're just going to have to subscribe to something unless you're already subscribed.
So, I mean, best I could tell, because I still am one of the people that has cable in this world. If you have cable, you have access to this stuff as well.
I'm not sure of that.
At least some of it.
You will have some of it. But you know how you have cable?
But see, I have cable and ESPN Plus because there's some stuff on ESPN
that's
Plus.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you have DirecTV and you have the sports package and you got ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News, ESPNU. You don't have ESPN Plus with that.
Right.
You have to have ESPN Plus separate. If you have ESPN Plus separate right now, you will automatically be converted over to this new straight-to-consumer service. They'll fold you over. You won't even have to do anything.
Okay.
If you do not have ESPN Plus, I guess this is the real message. If you're a wrestling fan and you have cable, but you've never gotten ESPN Plus because you didn't care about American Conference basketball, you will have to get ESPN Plus. You will have to subscribe to something you are not currently subscribed to. And then I wonder, what does this do for Peacock?
That was one of the notes that I had, is it's got to be really tough for them to lose that. Now they're going to it sounds like the WWE is still trying to stay in business with them, like in putting maybe put NXT and TNA on Peacock. Obviously that's way different than putting, WWE, like their big events on there. It's way different.
SmackDown is going to stay.
And then where does the catalog go too? That's the other thing.
So all this. SmackDown is going to stay on USA Network and Peacock for the time being. That deal expires in 2029.
Okay.
And the catalog is reportedly probably
Netflix?
Yeah.
Because Raw's on Netflix.
Going to go to Netflix. So the WWE catalog will just be in the Netflix
stratosphere.
And it's also like a lot of money for the WWE in this deal, roughly $325 a year for these premium events. Peacock was only paying $180 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
So this is $145 million more per year that ESPN is going to pay for this.
Yeah. I think WWE.
But aren't there a lot of Peacock subscribers who are only there for WWE?
Man, it's
like, what else do you watch on Peacock?
So, like, I have Xfinity, so I get Peacock free with my internet subscription, right? And so I think there's a ton of people like that out there that they're just Xfinity internet subscribers because it's one of the biggest internet brands in the country, and you have Peacock, right? But yeah, I would assume that there's a lot of people that subscribe just for WWE. Yeah,
right. Like, it has no bearing on my viewership because I already have all these things. Like,
That's the thing.
I've got all these subscriptions.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in already.
I know I'm getting charged for shit that I don't. Yeah, I should definitely like look into it, but I feel like I'm too far gone.
I'm too far gone.
Like, they just tell me you need this to watch this,
Whatever.
and I'm like, okay.
I don't even know anymore.
And I can't even afford it. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah, we're all going to go broke subscribing to stuff.
Yes.
It's crazy. So I already have it all. So it's not going to impact me. But there are people, wrestling fans, like diehard wrestling fans, who found out this morning it's going to cost them more money per month than it has previously cost to watch the thing they care about the most.
Mm-hmm.
That's not great.
No, it's not ideal. I mean, I think WWE probably saw, UFC is like, that's an ESPN Plus thing, right? Like you're ordering those events through ESPN Plus, all their fight nights, all that stuff is over there. I wonder if WWE sees the success of that and is like, this is something we could get on and make it even bigger. And
I just think it's a way to reach way more people.
Way more.
Similar to the way you jump on Netflix, you reach way more people. Like, there aren't many young people, or even old people, but certainly not young people, just flipping through the channels the way we grew up flipping through the channels. Like, oh, let's see what's on TNT. Let's see what's on USA Network. And, oh, I guess it's wrestling. We'll turn this on. That's not how people consume anything anymore. But what people do is turn that Netflix app on, and on Monday nights, Raw is right there. It just hits you right in the face.
It's the first thing you see.
It's the first thing you see, all right? So there are people who are exposed to Monday Night Raw now because of Netflix who otherwise just wouldn't see it. You wouldn't see it, all right? ESPN is similar. ESPN is on in homes and bars and hotels every day, all day long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. ESPN is on somewhere. I go to the airport, get in the Sky Club, sit down in front of a TV. The Pat McAfee show is going to be on, all right? So you create this partnership with ESPN. It's not just that your events, your biggest events, are now going to be on channels that everybody looks at anyway.
Yeah.
Not everybody's a Peacock subscriber, but like a whole bunch of people got ESPN. And in addition to that, suddenly Triple H is going to be on Get Up.
Yeah, I saw him this morning.
Roman Reigns is going to be on the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah.
They're going to take these people and they're going to put them in front of audiences that otherwise would not know they exist. And it's just a way to grow what is an interesting entertainment product, because I saw one ESPN executive make this point. Like, how many other sports entertainment properties pull from all demographics? I don't know that I buy these numbers exactly, but they do say roughly 40% of their viewers are women.
Who, WWE?
Yeah. It's 60-40 men, women. Doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know, man. I mean, they literally have a premium live event that's just the women. Like, they know that it's a massive part of their audience.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would be skeptical that it's actually close to 40%.
I got you.
But it's not insignificant. So they draw men and women. They draw. You pick the race. They draw from that. And they draw from different generations. There's old men who watch this and young girls who watch this.
That's true.
It's a little bit like Taylor Swift. How does Taylor Swift have that tour that the Eras Tour? Because she sings songs for 50-year-olds, 30-year-olds, and 8-year-olds. Every there aren't many artists that can tap into all of that. Are you popular with 50-year-olds, 30-year-olds, and 10-year-olds? There aren't many artists that can do that. She does that. She taps in. There are 50-year-olds who say Taylor Swift's my favorite, 30-year-olds who say Taylor Swift's my favorite, 10-year-olds who say Taylor Swift's my favorite. There aren't many artists who can do that.
Yeah.
She can do it. Wrestling is a form of that. It can pull. There are 50-year-olds who tell you I love wrestling. And there are 30-year-olds who tell you I love wrestling. And there are 10-year-olds who tell you I love wrestling.
I think it could.
That's unique.
I do think it could become so much more massive. Like, okay, so I'm not saying this level, but like, when the Super Bowl's on CBS, right? Everybody watches the Super Bowl, right? How many more people are going to watch WrestleMania if it's on ABC?
I can tell you this. Turner and CBS have a deal now to handle the Final Four. And some years, like the national semifinals are on CBS, and then the championship game's on TNT or TBS.
Yep.
Or the Final Four is on TBS, and then the title game's on CBS, or the whole thing's on TBS. And I can just tell you, it does not matter what teams are involved. Whatever is on CBS is getting a way
Massive
bigger number.
That's it.
So when you hear things like NCAA tournament numbers are down, or Final Four numbers are down, well, where were the games played?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were played on TBS as opposed to what? CBS. Okay, they're down. That's why they're down. They're not down because people stop caring about college basketball or because people don't like the teams playing. They're down because CBS just going to attract more people.
That's right.
Than TBS. It just is. I've said this for a while. You could take the best television show. You could take two great television screenwriters, and you could say, hey, I want you to make the best show in the world right now. Write it, and we're gonna cast it, and it's gonna be the best show, most critically acclaimed show ever. All right. Over here, I want you to make the worst show ever, like terrible, just bad. All right. We're gonna put one of these on CBS. We're gonna put the other one on USA Network. The bad one on CBS will get bigger numbers than the one on USA Network. The one on USA will win all the awards, FX, whatever, but almost nobody will see it relative to the people who will see anything if it's on CBS, ABC, and NBC. Dude, like, I'm on TV during college basketball season twice a week for 15 years. Put me on big CBS for one game, and people are like, oh, it's good to see.
Hey, I saw GP.
It's just a different thing.
Right.
It's just a different thing. My phone will blow up whenever I'm on big CBS.
Yeah.
These same people, like CBS Sports Network, is just not the same. And it's similar here. Put anything on a network that people are used to looking at, and it's going to get looked at more than it otherwise would. The golf thing happening right now is Live Golf has got some good golfers. Nobody watches it.
Right.
CBS lost some of its best golfers. The PGA Tour did. PGA Tour is doing incredible numbers. It's on CBS every Sunday. People are so conditioned to just Sunday afternoon, CBS, golf, turn it on. I don't want to say it doesn't matter who's playing, but what we're learning is it doesn't matter as much as Liv thought it mattered. You just need golfers on CBS on Sunday. People will watch that.
Yeah.
It's awesome if it's the biggest names in golf, but it doesn't have to be. People still watch it. That's what we've learned. The power of the network is a huge deal.
Yeah.
And that's why, broadly speaking, I don't think this is great for current WWE fans who are going to have to spend more money than they otherwise would be spending. Like, that's not great. Like, not everybody's doing so well out there. But for the WWE, it makes all the sense in the world. First off, you get more money. You get more exposure. And you're going to be all over, again, the worldwide leader. It will be impossible to turn on ESPN during any WrestleMania week, SummerSlam week, Royal Rumble week, and not know that that's happening, because they're going to be pushing it because it's theirs. That's what they do. They'll push it because it's theirs. So it's going to be good for the WWE. Probably not as good for current WWE fans who don't have access to this right now, but broadly speaking, I get why they did it.
Number 5.
Howard Stern's 2 decades long run, SiriusXM.
Damn, end of an era.
Appears to be coming to an end. There was a report yesterday that his contract expires, I believe, later this year. And this is one where the semantics, I do think, matter. Because people will be like, Howard Stern's getting canceled. They're not going to cancel him. They're just going to make him an offer that he refuses. He's 71 years old now, has been making $100 million a year doing this show.
Yep.
All right. And the reporting is that Sirius is not going to refuse to offer him a contract. Out of respect, they're going to offer him a contract. But it ain't going to be close to $100 million a year. And at that point, the expectation is he'll just say, if you're not going to pay me what I've been making, I'm a billionaire anyway, I'll just call it a career. Or go somewhere else, but perhaps just call it a career. Really is the end of an era. Did you ever care about, listen to, consume Howard Stern?
No, not so much.
You were too young for it.
I mean, not even that. Like, it's like I was around like for all of it. And I'm a radio guy, so like obviously I respect the hell out of him because he's like one of the all-time radio figures. It's not even close, right?
Like maybe the biggest.
Yeah. Like it's funny, like, locally, like I listened to Drake and Zeke, right? And so that was kind of like my Howard Stern in a way. Like,
Drake and Zeke were massive.
Yeah. I was like a local radio guy. But yes, obviously I've listened to his show a bunch over the years. And
there was a time in the 90s where he blew up and that show got syndicated and it was on like it was in every market in America. And it was like on 93X or something here.
Yeah.
And at the same time, or around the same time, they would have a video component of the show that came on every night on E. So it'd be like you could listen to Howard Stern in the morning and then you kind of watch it.
No, he was the first to ever do something like that.
At like 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
And then when he had these adult film stars in or strippers in or like these weird contests, there was a visual component. And, I don't think it's a secret. People like looking at pretty people on television. And so that was a real hit. And he just became a monster of a star.
Yeah.
And at some point, Sirius XM, or whatever version of that existed at the time, recognized maybe a way to get our service, subscription-based radio service, off the ground is to go hire the guy that everybody wants to listen to. Who's the biggest radio star? Let's get him over here. And they gave him a crazy contract. I happened to be in New York when they announced the deal.
I remember it.
They announced it, and he had like a rally in Central Park or Washington Square or somewhere. I just remember we were there, and we went to it. Like we walked over to just like see what the deal was. And I think they were handing out like handheld Sirius XM radios, like boom boxes almost.
Dude, it was such a big deal. I mean, we just talked about like subscription services. This was like one of the first like big thing. Like like this dude's been free for everyone can listen to. Like there was a huge backlash.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But also a lot of people subscribed.
Yeah.
So they could, I don't remember what the numbers were exactly, but it was like Howard Stern makes how much money? Wow. And then you say, but yeah, look at the number of subscribers that attached once that announcement was made. You get them at $9.99 a month. Multiply that times 12. Here's the revenue Howard Stern's bringing to SiriusXM. He's paying for himself, hand over fist. Oh, wow. Right? Long story not so long, that doesn't appear to be true anymore. Like the audience has fallen off considerably. I have a SiriusXM subscription, but I noticed this yesterday. And perhaps this is a telling sign. I'm just telling you the truth. So in high school, college, I listened to Howard Stern. Thought he was hilarious. Loved the interviews, everything. Watched the show. He was a big deal. When he moved to SiriusXM, I think I listened to it less. But I did get a SiriusXM subscription, and I did keep it all these years, still have it, in part because I liked him interviewing celebrities. Like he would have Scarlett Johansson in or Paul McCartney in or whoever. And I was like, he's very good at that, which he is. By the way, he changed dramatically over the years. He went from like shock jock to kind of friend of celebrities and just wanted to have adult conversations with celebrities. And his politics were inserted pretty noticeably. And he changed what he did. Like you listen to Howard Stern in the 90s, listen to Howard Stern yesterday, two totally different shows. Not even close, as it should be, I think. People do grow up,
Yeah.
So I always thought he was just a skilled interviewer. So I would have the Sirius app on my phone. And anytime we were doing road trips in the car, you could always turn that on or whatever. And then on planes, I would have the episodes downloaded, and I'd be like, oh, it's Stern and Mick Jagger. I guess I'll just listen to that on the plane. And then this news comes out yesterday. And I just sort of had this moment where I go, when's the last time I listened to Howard Stern? I have Sirius XM. It has not even occurred to me to like even hit the channel. And you know what I realized last night for the first time? When I got my new car and got my Sirius XM switched over to my new car, and then you have to set it all up again, your favorites and your whatever, I didn't put Howard Stern in. I didn't put Howard 100 in the thing. So I've got like, Lithium and Hip Hop Nation and, this network and ESPN Radio and whatever. But it wasn't in my favorites. So when I get in my car, my screen's there, and I go Sirius XM, and it's like, Coffee House, Lithium, the Beatles channel, Tom Petty Radio. I didn't program in Howard Stern initially. I just forgot. And that's it.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. I hadn't thought about this. I've had this car basically 2 years. I haven't thought about him in 2 years. I used to listen to every interview, and it was totally, when I got a new car, I forgot to plug his station in, and then I didn't see it ever again, and I completely forgot about it. Is that crazy?
No.
You think that's a real thing that happens?
Yes.
It is.
People definitely give up on stuff way quicker. Like
I didn't even give up on it. I just forgot it.
I don't mean give up, but yeah.
It was out of sight, out of mind, and it never occurred to me to think about it again. It just never, I had this moment yesterday. Holy shit, I haven't heard Howard Stern's voice in years. Why? What happened? I walked outside, got back in my car, and I was like, favorites. And I looked, and it was like, and it used to be Howard Stern was one of those in my old car. So I'd be like, okay, I don't want to hear this song. I don't want to hear this report. Let's see what Howard Stern's talking about. And once that wasn't on my screen anymore, I never went there again. I have no idea what he's been up to for the past 2 years. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's just on some level that's what happens over time.
I think probably so.
Plus, he's 71. There's a lot of people who loved Howard Stern who
they're dead.
Yeah, they're dead.
Right.
Yeah.
They're dead.
Yeah, they're dead. Like you age out of things.
Yeah.
And there was a point where the numbers were like, the reported numbers were like, yeah, he gets 20 million people listening a day. And now it's like less than a million.
Yeah.
Is what the reporting I read says. So they'll make him a contract offer, and then he'll probably say, I worked last year for $100 million. I'm not working this year for $5 million. It's not worth my time. And that really might be the end of the thing, unless he just wants to keep doing it for some reason. But this isn't unusual in media. Like a whole bunch of people you watch on TV at ESPN, they took pay cuts. I'm not telling secrets here, but like Hannah Storm, like whatever she was making, it was very publicly reported that if Hannah Storm wants to keep working at ESPN, she can, but she's going to have to take a big pay cut. And, they'll say, hey, you were making $1.8 million a year. We're not paying you that anymore. You want to make $600? We'll pay you $600. And then on one hand, you're like Hannah Storm, you're like, I made 1.8 last year. I ain't working for 6. All right, well, then you ain't working. You want to work for 6? All right, I'll work for 6. That's like that happens to media people all the time. And on some level, that's what is about to happen to Howard Stern. Now, he has hundreds of millions of dollars, so
I think he'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
Yeah.
But it really could be the end of an era, and perhaps really the actual end of an era. Will there ever be a radio star again? Podcast star, certainly. But a radio star.
I'm not sure that comes up. Yeah.
I've read stories where you will buy a car someday, soon, and it will not have an FM radio in it. That's going to be a thing.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure either. I'm just saying that has been. There will be a day when you maybe not you, but your kids will get into a car and there will not be an FM radio in it. You will not have that. And there's already
I think the industry will fight the car manufacturers over that. I think that thing if that was ever something that would happen, I think it would go to the courts.
Do you realize there are people who get in their cars every day now and it's young people?
Yeah.
Literally never turn the radio on.
No, I know.
Like have no idea. Like, you ready for this? My kids Well, like FM 100 doesn't even exist anymore, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, but whatever the equivalent of that is, my kids would have no idea what it is. When we were growing up,
I actually don't know what it is.
You knew
locally.
93X and Rock 103 and The River and FM 100 and K97.
Yeah.
My kids couldn't name you one radio station, not one, other than maybe the one I used to work at.
Yep. Well, The River's still killing it. They're killing it.
My kids have no idea.
But that's because they're at every office in the city.
I know that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm saying when I was my kids' age, I was aware that there was something called The River.
Yep.
And if I wanted to listen to a Don Henley song, that might be the place to go, right? My kids have no idea what The River is.
They might at Christmas time.
Howard Stern, last big radio star. That's what I submit.
That big, yes.
That big. I don't think you can become that big on radio anymore. You can become that big as a podcaster.
Like, who is it now? I mean, Seacrest is big, but he's not big because of being on the radio.
He's a TV star who happens to do a radio show.
Right.
Yeah, I know Ryan Seacrest from television.
Yeah.
Last big radio star. You could be big podcast. Alex Cooper, big podcaster. Joe Rogan, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a massive podcaster. I think the days of massive radio star, I think that might be done. End of an era, Bennett.
It really is.
We got out at the right time.
No. I still dabble. Don't get it twisted. I love the radio industry.
We got out at the right time.
No, sir.
Yeah, we did.
No, I get paid to be on the radio, buddy.
We knew what we were doing. We got out at the right time.
No. I'm still very much in.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back with GP's Carryout.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishment so far for this Grizzlies team?
Tuomas Isalo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You've seen the Grizz line jamming on the court and rocking out on Beale Street, and this is your chance to join the best drum line in the NBA. Grizz line entertains Grizz Nation at home games and events in the Mid-South through their impressive techniques and energetic shows. If you have experience in drumming and marching and love entertaining, Grizz line is the perfect opportunity for you to combine percussion and performance. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Sign up today by visiting grizzlies.com/auditions.
Did you know the Grizzlies were going to try to get up and get you?
No, I have no clue. I thought the Grizzlies loved me when I worked out because it was like super fun and everything was, just natural. We were just having a conversation. It wasn't like said, what's your favorite color and, like all that stuff.
What's your favorite color?
It wasn't interview.
First date type vibe.
Yeah, it wasn't interview questions. It was just like, hey man, how you doing? Like, and it was just real easy to talk to him. It was real easy to talk to Coach Thomas.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Speaking of Adidas, are these the Harden 10s?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess so. From what
you guys don't sound too excited. It kind of looks like when you flush the toilet in the water.
Yeah, it's like a whirlpool.
Want to be phone positive?
Yeah. Want to be phone positive? Or artists just making some paint up and they just
looks like phone positive material.
Or a thumbprint. The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Parrish Show presented by Ortho South. Let's wrap this up with GP's Carryout.
Oh my God. Why? Oh, just give me a second.
Maybe you belong in radio.
Dude.
Have we ever discussed that? Maybe I pulled you out of radio when you weren't quite ready for it.
They we got IT up here with us now. I'm gonna go holler at my friends over there. And
you might need to call Jason and John and see what they're up to.
And see if we can get something figured out. Because this is crazy. Every time this computer resets, it deletes all my buttons.
Everything you need to know, but it's most of it.
What did we learn today? I mean, this is crazy, dude.
I'm going to text John Martin.
This is crazy.
I'm going to text John Martin and see.
What did we learn today?
See if they got a place for you.
Like, come on, man.
You sure you belong?
Can we get like a something done on this computer that like doesn't delete everything whenever it resets?
You and that computer might belong on radio.
Ridiculous.
Y'all should have maybe stayed behind. We learned a lot of stuff.
God bless.
I mean, we learned a lot of stuff. But one thing I didn't get to, because that's actually supposed to be the drop down.
Yeah, it got deleted too.
Hey, it's okay, Bennett. It's okay. We're gonna work through this. I think by what year are we in this? How many years we've been doing this over here? Is this year 3?
I don't even know. I'm so flustered and frustrated.
If I'm being
now.
honest, I would have assumed by year 3 you would have figured out the buttons. If I'm being completely honest, like if I was just sitting down and like talking to somebody.
Dude, like the program that I use, the buttons are there and they work every day, and then this computer resets and ruins everything for some reason.
Like if I'd have been talking to somebody in year 1, and they'd have said, "How's it going with Bennett?" I was like, "Bennett's amazing, the best. He's easy to talk to. He's patient with my rambling. He's the best. There's nobody I'd rather work with." The buttons are a little tricky for him, but man, give it time. By year 3, he'll have that.
Yeah,
he'll have that.
Good luck to CJ tomorrow. I don't even know what to tell him.
I would have assumed by year 3, we'd have figured this out. It'd be like story number 1.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
Just be like,
I would have thought the same.
Story number 2. Like, you know, I'm not a pianist, but I can play the beginning of Runaway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just by messing around a little bit.
Right.
I thought you'd have figured this out by now.
Oh, I thought I had it figured out pretty well, too.
Year 4 is going to be your year. I think year 4 is going to be your year.
If I make it to year 4.
I think year 4 is going to be the year where you turn a corner with these buttons.
If I make it to year 4.
You know.
It's not my fault, management. It's not me.
Maybe. You know how they draft Blaze Jordan and then they say, you know what, you need to be in the minor leagues for a few years till we pull you up here and let you start touching all these buttons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Maybe you need to do an internship.
Maybe I do. You know what? Maybe I do.
Let me call Brad Carson and see if I can get you an internship.
Maybe I need to go through training again. Yeah.
Maybe I can get you an internship over at 92.9.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. That sounds great. That would be awesome.
What show would you like to produce over there?
It doesn't matter. Just anyone that'll have me is fine.
Do you like working till 7 o'clock? I can text.
No, I do not. No, I ain't doing that.
I can text Gabe.
I ain't doing that.
I like Gabe. I could text him. I'd be like,
love
listen,
Gabe.
Bennett, we thought he was ready. All right? We thought he was ready. You know, like every once in a while, they got to send Gigi down to the Lander Center.
Yes. Hopefully not this season, but yes, I remember that.
It's a little bit like that.
Uh-huh.
I see your potential, but you lose focus sometimes. I'm going to get you and Gigi. Y'all going to just travel back and forth between FedEx Forum and the Lander Center. And whenever we feel like you got to go down there and practice a little bit, get your head on straight, we'll send you down to the Lander Center with Gigi.
That's fine. That works.
You and Gigi are going to carpool back and forth.
Yeah.
All right?
I'm good.
We want you here. We want both of you here.
Yeah.
But sometimes you lose focus a little bit. Sometimes you don't come with the proper level of focus.
Yeah.
And so we'll just send you down there with Gigi.
Great.
I think year 4 is going to be your year.
I hope I make it to year 4. That'd be awesome.
Here's what we missed today.
I'll try to do better.
Here's what we missed today.
What do we miss?
The NFL's banned all smelling salts. How you feel about the ban of smelling salts?
Well, I've never done smelling salts, but
man, I have.
You've done smelling salts before?
I've done everything.
I've dabbled as well. This story, like, I want to try smelling salts.
I could get some. Probably on Amazon. Let's see if we can get
Can
Amazon.
you?
I'll order a green sex toy and smelling salts.
I feel like that it's not going to be as easy on the smelling salts. I mean, the NFL just banned them. Come on.
Wouldn't it be something if it is easier to find a green sex toy than it is smelling salts on Amazon?
I doubt you can just get smelling salts delivered to your door tomorrow. I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say yes.
You got to at least show some ID.
Buddy, no you don't. 100. I got 100 count. Smelling salt sticks, $64.99.
Maybe I need to do smelling salts before this show every day to refocus.
That's what George Kittle thinks.
That's what he said. He told them that it's going to mess with his game day preparation.
George Kittle said he did smelling salts on every drop.
That sounds extremely dangerous, George.
That seems he might have a smelling salt problem.
Yeah.
You know? Like, buddy, you might need to get that looked at.
Yeah, there's ammonia in that. Won't it like burn your sinus cavity or something?
It's
Yeah.
it's a little bit like snorting wasabi. You ever snorted wasabi?
No, I've never snorted it. I've like eaten a big piece, like as a joke. Like, yeah.
Never snorted it.
But I never snorted it. No, that sounds horrible. I hate wasabi, by the way.
I was a participant one time in a wasabi snort off.
Were you? And?
I think I won.
Did you?
Yeah.
Get a nosebleed or anything?
It was exactly what you think it would do. It was
Wasabi's gross. And I love sushi.
Wasabi's amazing.
But the worst piece of sushi is the one that touches the wasabi.
Bennett.
Yeah. I stand on that.
No, that's a horrible thing to stand on. Wasabi's great.
I love the ginger. Like, give me all the little ginger slices. I put that all over my sushi. The wasabi, no.
Bennett.
That stuff is gross. I'll take some spicy soy sauce.
Bennett.
Yeah.
Kyra says she's anti-wasabi too.
It's gross.
Man, I like a wasabi.
I don't like it. You know what it is too? You know what else I hate that's like the same kind of category? Horseradish. Nah, dude.
I love it.
Nah.
Throw it in cocktail sauce, stir it up real good.
No, see, I like the cocktail sauce just by itself.
No.
Or like some hot sauce on my oysters.
Overwhelm it with horseradish.
Nah, man. I don't like that.
That's what they do at St. Elmo, the famous steakhouse in downtown Indianapolis, right there close to Cece's house.
With the little shrimp cocktail?
It's world famous shrimp cocktail. And buddy, if you're not ready for it, you take that first bite, it'll get you like a smelling salt. George Kittle says he don't know if he can play football anymore. The NFL banned these. You know want to know why?
Give him a Celsius. It'll be fine.
You know what? Because it can overshadow what otherwise would be in part. This is in part. Smelling salts can overshadow what otherwise would be recognized as concussion symptoms.
Oh, you get a concussion, you snort it, or sniff it.
And you just bite back in it.
Yeah.
Right. It's a stimulant.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a stimulant. It's kind of crazy that we allowed this. Like, if you saw baseball players in the dugout, you'd think that's crazy. That's what football players have been doing.
Yeah.
So the NFL said, no more. We can't do this anymore.
Okay.
George Kittle protested, but to no avail.
All right. That's fine.
All right. I think it's fine. George. I think it's probably fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Somebody text GG and get him up here. Tell him to take Bennett down to the Lander Center.
Oh my God.
What's today's biggest game?
What's today's biggest game?
Bennett. I mean,
I can't test them. I just have to press it and see what happens. We're live. Like, there's nothing I can do.
This is exactly how Taylor Jenkins must have felt.
When what?
When Gigi would lose focus. Hey, I know you're talented enough to do the job we're asking you to do. Why can't you do it? I know you're capable.
Yeah.
Why can't you stay focused and do it?
I am focused.
I feel like Taylor Jenkins right now.
I need a new computer up here.
The biggest game, we're going to the WNBA.
What's going on? I won last night. Shout out to the Sparks.
Sparks, home underdog, came out victorious over the Caitlin Clark-less Indiana Fever.
What's the best thing
you got
you've read?
I mean,
I'm trying to fix it while we're live on the air.
Yeah, I think people would probably tell you. I think a more experienced producer might tell you that's not smart to try to fix things while you're live on the air. You know, a little bit like
All right. What's on TV? We got a game to watch. What are we watching in the W? Let me get another win so I can get my mentals back.
We only have one game tonight.
What?
All eyes will be on the Chase Center in San Francisco, California. It's a 9 o'clock tip on NBA TV. It's the Las Vegas Aces against the Golden State Valkyries.
Valkyries are, for an expansion team, they're doing pretty good. That's the best damn expansion team I've ever seen.
I don't have a great knowledge of WNBA expansion teams.
I was going to say, or just in general, like, was there ever one that just, like, took off season one in any sport? Probably in MLS. I'm sure they had an expansion team that did well.
Probably the Columbus Crew.
Yeah.
It's probably the Columbus Crew.
Yeah.
Aces are 4.5-point favorites tonight. The total is 158.5. How you going to act? First question. Will we see a green sex toy tonight?
I'm going to say, it's just right down the road from where it happened last night.
Will we see a green sex toy tonight?
I don't know about green.
Well, at this point, it's got to be green. Can't start mixing the colors up. That's crazy.
I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say
it's on national TV. It's the only game on.
You can order them on Amazon.
Like, if you want to go viral,
that's your shot.
This is your chance.
We're not encouraging it, though.
No,
I want to be clear about that.
I'm just saying, you're asking me if I think it's going to happen. There was freaking 3 of them last night.
Everybody's trying to throw green dinglings.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll say, hey, I know I'll have it on. I'll turn it on. I ain't going to miss it. I ain't going to miss it. If it happens, I ain't going to miss it. 9 o'clock NBA TV.
What's the line again?
Las Vegas minus 4.5. How you going to act?
They did beat them the other night. I'm going to say the Valkyries. I'm going to go kind of the same. I'm going to say the Valkyries keep it close.
Bennett says the home team's going to keep it close. Take the 4.5 points with the Valkyries tonight. Tip is at 9 o'clock on NBA TV.
All right.
What are we watching on TV?
Ooh.
What's going on?
The much anticipated season 27, episode 2 of South Park.
Oh, this is
debuts tonight.
Wait, where do you watch it? Is it still on Comedy Central?
It'll be on Comedy Central tonight at 9 o'clock, and then available starting tomorrow morning, Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode got a lot of attention.
Yes, it did.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. I used to watch South Park, and it's been on 27 seasons.
I watched it enough to know the characters and know the bits and that, but I never religiously watched every episode.
I went and saw the South Park movie in theaters.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Yeah.
It's like all of these shows that started in that range. I was out. I wasn't just out. I wasn't just at home watching TV. I'm not a nerd.
Yeah.
All right. I wasn't being a nerd my whole life.
I had a Cartman necklace that I got at Iguana Coast.
Okay.
Remember Iguana Coast at the Wolf Chase Mall, the kiosk that had all the necklaces?
Oh, I think I was slightly too cool for that.
Okay. I got a chain wallet there too.
Yep, that checks out. That sounds right. So I was familiar enough with the characters and stuff, but have never really gone back and watched everything I've never watched. But I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, other news, South Park news. It's moving. Right now, all 26 of the first 26 seasons, they're all on HBO Max.
Okay.
They're leaving soon and going to Paramount Plus.
Gotcha.
Paramount Plus just gave the South Park guys $1 bazillion. And technically, more specifically, $1.5 billion to make 50 episodes. And tonight will be the second of those 50. The first one took real aim at Donald Trump and was written clearly in the days after the Colbert news, because that was all incorporated into the show.
Mm-hmm.
So they wrote it quickly, or at least adjusted quickly, abruptly, and then took a real stand on Paramount against the president when Paramount and the president and Stephen Colbert had been in the news. I mean, it was
wild. Yeah,
it's wild and brilliant. Those guys are geniuses at what they do. Actually geniuses at what they do. They're incredibly gifted comedic writers. And I watched a thing with them. Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, where they were just sort of discussing their approach to writing these little 22-minute episodes, whatever they are. How do they do it? What's the approach? And it was just real fascinating. they have they know exactly what they're trying to do, and they have figured out how to do it and how not to do it. Just really smart, hilarious. I do mean this, like genius level comedy writing people. And so the next episode drops tonight. It is supposed to be similarly wild. And that's the thing. It's outlandish, but also smart. That's what makes it connect the way I think it connects. It's outlandish, but like super smart messages and stuff in there as well. So I'm sure tonight's episode will get a ton of attention. There'll be viral moments out of it. And if you want to watch it, 9 o'clock Comedy Central, or tomorrow morning, you can stream it Paramount Plus.
What's the best thing we've read?
Dribble Handoff over at CBSSports.com we published earlier today. The question was, who is the newcomer in college basketball that you're most looking forward to seeing this upcoming season? Among the answers, Boogie Fland at Florida, Darren Peterson at Kansas, Yaxel Lindeborg at Michigan.
Okay.
I personally went with AJ Devanza, the 6'9" wing at BYU, the person I believe is going to be the number 1 overall pick in the 2026 NBA draft. So if you haven't read that yet, you can go find it. It's on the college basketball page, CBSSports.com.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow will be Thursday. First round, FESJC gets underway. TPC Southwind. Michael Wallace will join me. I'll talk Grizzlies with him. So it should be a fun show. Looking forward to it already. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to enjoy mine. Let's meet back here tomorrow at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood.
Preseason Box to Row Coaches Poll has come out. Jackson State sits there at number 1. This is the 3rd time in the poll's history that Jackson State has been the preseason number 1 team in the nation. And then Tennessee State being at 5, that really surprised me.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Have you always dreamed of entertaining on the biggest stage in Memphis? The Claw Crew is looking for members to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. Claw Crew members are hardworking, high-energy entertainers who assist Grizzlies home games by hyping up the crowd and much more. Not only do they support the Grizzlies on home games, but also promote in Memphis and across the Mid-South. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information and to register today.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes me off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.